Swift. He's coming off a nice showing last week. Racked up a lot of yards and reached the end zone once. It's the Colts and the Jaguars on EA Sports.
The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were whipped. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Looking to throw on second down. Nance, a gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You look at this Jaguar defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Nance. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
Play action, it's Lawrence.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They go play action with Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On play action, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, and they get to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Jaguars sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I got him.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Giants touchdown.
His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. to throw on third down. Nance.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On third down, Nance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Lawrence's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
On first down, Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
He'll try again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, Swift.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Nance.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pass out left, caught by Woods.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get some.
There he goes, Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amari Cooper. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action now. Lawrence. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jelani Woods from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Operating from the gun. Nance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Nance.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack second for a loss of 9.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. To throw on 3rd down. Nance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. The fumble return for a Jacksonville score. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Throwing on 1st down. Nance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
That'll be caught left side by Woods. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Red.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jags are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one 28 yards on the ground.
A 28-yard gain. And the Colts first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll find Swift out in the backfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on second down. Nance.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Ayuk, 44 yards.
And the Colts are able to claw one back.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved up.
Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown! And the Jaguars are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to just...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nance.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Nance.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
much defensively.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the left.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And this part of the game has been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on a catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
On 1st down, Nance. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Nance.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.